Welcome everyone. Today's topic is sulfur cycle and what are phototrops and chemotrophs. So how microbes play an important role in sulfur cycle and all. So we will discuss about this sulfur cycle, how role of microbes in the sulfur cycle. So as we all know that sulfur is found in living organisms in the form of compounds such as amino acids, coenzymes and vitamins. Actually we know the sulfur is a very important element similar to that of nitrogen, potassium, nitrogen and this phosphorus and all. So this is also one of the major nutrients which are required for the metabolism and also for the formation of organic substances in case of plants as well as animals. So this sulfur, it is utilized by different types of organisms in several forms, and especially in case of plants sulfur is observed in the form of sulfate. So sulfate forms observed होगा and finally this sulfate form, this inorganic form of sulfate is converted into organic form in various amino acids or vitamins, etc. So in its elemental form sulfur is unavailable to most organisms. As we all know that simple sulfur in the form of elemental S form, as you can see in the chart here, it is unavailable to the most organisms, but it should be oxidized, it should be converted into some ionic form in order to get absorbed by either plants or animals. So in its elemental form sulfur is unavailable to most organisms. However, certain organisms, microorganisms like acidic are able to oxidize this elemental form of sulfur into sulfate form, and thus this sulfate form can be utilized by various organisms like uh, plants, etc. So here we can see the first term, elemental form of S is converted into sulfate, SO4 minus, and uh, and these there are after the conversion of elemental form of sulfur into sulfate form, now it can be utilized by the plants, and where it is reduced into organic sulfur in the bodies of the plants, or it can be converted into hydrogen sulfide by some bacteria, hydrogen sulfide gas by some bacteria. So this sulfate form of sulfur, when it is converted into organic sulfur in the plants, it is called assimilatory reduction. As here we can see the sulfate is reduced into organic gas, this is called assimilatory reduction, that is step 3. And whereas this sulfate form can be, sometimes it can be directly converted into hydrogen sulfide by some anaerobic bacteria, and this process is called dissimilatory reduction. This here also reduction process takes place, but this is dissimilatory as sulfate is not utilized by the plants, but it is directly converted into hydrogen sulfide gas by some bacteria. So mostly the bacteria involved here are obligate anaerobes. And finally, after the in case of assimilatory reduction, the sulfate is converted into organic sulfur like amino acid, etc., or some vitamins in case of plant body or animal body. And as we have seen in the previous chart that after the assimilatory process of reduction, this sulfate form is converted into organic S form in case of plant bodies and animal bodies. But after that, when these plants and animal die, what happens? There will be the process of decomposition, decay, and mineralization. Due to the process of this mineralization and decomposition as well as decay of these plants and animals, mainly due to the process of this mineralization, That means this organic form is converted into inorganic form. So this organic S is again converted into hydrogen sulfide by some decomposing bacteria. Now finally this in the fourth step we are seeing the hydrogen sulfide gas, and from this again there will be oxidation process taking place by some other photosynthetic bacteria like green and purple photosynthetic bacteria and some other chemoautotrophs, which utilize this hydrogen sulfide as an electron donor, and they finally convert this H2S into elemental sulfur, thus completing the cycle. So this is how the sulfur cycle takes place, and in the completion of for the completion of the sulfur cycle, various microbes are responsible, play a very important role in the overall completion of sulfur cycle. So next slide we will see. Now we will see what are photo and chemotrophs. So phototrophs are divided into two types: photoautotrophs and photoheterotrophs. So phototrophs are the cells that these are the organisms that can capture light energy and can utilize carbon dioxide as their carbon source. So examples for this is photoautotrophic prokaryotes, which includes cyanobacteria and some purple green purple sulfur bacteria and all, which are these are the bacteria which are having bacteria chlorophyll pigments and all, so they can trap the light energy and they can fix they can also fix the atmospheric CO2. So these are called photoautotrophs. Photo means light, using light. Autotrophs means we can fix, they can which can generate their own food material by fixing CO2 into organic compounds, organic carbon compounds. So what next coming to photoheterotrophs. These are the organisms that can capture light energy to convert it into chemical energy in the cells, but they cannot fix the atmospheric CO2 into organic compounds. So they utilize this carbon source from some chemical or organic or inorganic sources from the outside environment. So they cannot fix the atmospheric CO2. Examples are purple non-sulfur bacteria and purple and green non-sulfur bacteria and all, and also heliobacteria. Next, coming to the chemoautotrophs. So chemoautotroph means here they utilize the chemical energy for the supply, for the energy supply, and whereas they can fix the atmospheric CO2 uh, into organic compounds, and for the carbon source they can able to fix the atmospheric CO2, but their energy source is through the some inorganic or organic chemical compounds that are uh, available from the in the environment, and also they cannot utilize the light energy here. They use this the chemical energy. So here you can see the example chemoautotrophs include prokaryotes that break down hydrogen sulfide H2S gas, and also some nitrosomonas species of bacterium which utilize oxidizes ammonia into nitrate and nitrate from nitrate ions. So this reaction releases energy that bacteria use. So this uh, inorganic and organic sources of reaction can produce some ATP, and this ATP is used as an energy for carrying their metabolic reactions in these organisms. So examples here examples are nitrosomonas bacteria and some other desulfovibrio bacteria and some other prokaryotic bacteria. So most of the chemoautotrophs are extremophiles. That means they live in extreme environments such as deep sea vents, etc. So next coming to the chemoheterotroph, these are the organisms which can neither utilize uh, the sunlight, that means neither utilize the light energy nor can fix the atmospheric CO2. So here completely the energy source is also from chemicals that are available in the nature, and also Carbon source is also from the external organic compounds. So these are the organisms which completely depend on other organisms. Examples, you can see the various kind of fungi and also even including humans, many eukaryotes and all comes under this category. We are learning that get their energy source and carbon source from organic sources, and they consume these organic building blocks and they build their own sugars and other major compounds that are required for their body, and these sources are obtained completely from by feeding on some other organic compounds out from outside. Thank you.